Hey, what's good guys? It's your boy G Marcus TV back with a brand new video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. So of course we're gonna be doing the recap and episode review of BMF episode 6 entitled Strictly Business. This episode right here, this one has to be my favorite episode of the whole season. This, I have no freaking complaints at all. I'm gonna start off by saying I give this one 5 freaking stars. So it starts off, Meech is just out and about, going to the store. He runs into some children. They ask him to pick up a 40 and he was not with it. He just picked up some stuff for them. He comes out the store with the bag, with the stuff for the children. And who does he see? Lamar. It's slow motion, nice slow motion scene. So Lamar's about to fire off, and just in time with the help of the kids went and alerted one of the BMF goons. So the goons just start firing off at Lamar. So this turns into a whole crazy gunfight. Nobody gets hit. Lamar just goes away, gets away. So it was a really funny scene because Meech about to die after looking scared for his freaking life, and Lamar just drives off. He just goes like, so tiny, that's not loyal to anybody. So, you know, he gives the pastor Snoop some money. Like, was just like, hey, take this. So Snoop was like, yo, more money, more money. You know, basically saying like, yo, stop bringing in here and them inside the church. So the guy just gave him a whole bunch of bread. So one of Terry's teachers, he ends up talking to him, trying to get a distraction from life, everything that's going on, because of course Terry's not built for the game. So he tries to talk to him like, yo, you know what I mean, I'm trying to really get into college, you know, one of those college fairs, cause I need to know what my future is like, so can I talk to somebody? So the teacher ends up telling Meech like, yo, like, alright, I'll hook this up for you, so I just need you to come early and just set up for me, and then I'll get you a meeting with the guy. So Terry comes out, talks to his friends or whatever outside the school, and who is there? Lamar is there. Of course, Lamar is trigger happy, but of course it's a big scene, there's a lot of people, so he cannot do anything. So Lamar, of course, still being hot, he goes for the crew. He's just like, yo, we gotta kill somebody close to me. And then they're just like, no, the that he choked out before, previously, Tiny, like, it was just like, no, we're not doing that. So he's like, what, are you crazy? Like, you gonna be choke your ass out again? So he pulls out the gun, puts it to Lamar's head. So all of a sudden, the whole freaking crew pulled the gun on him, all turned on him. They was not, they're not happy with the fact that all of what's going on and the stash house got taken from him. Like, they're really tight about that. Person that had his back was my boy Slick. He pulled the strap out on him too. It was a real crazy scene. I'm like, damn, like he's losing his soldiers. But just in time, Detective Brian pulls up and saves the day. So later on, Lamar and Slick is talking, and Lamar is pissed off at Slick. Was just like, yo, why the hell did you give up the stash house? Why did you give it up? Like, and he's just like, yo, what the hell you expected me to do? It was just like, bro, like, they was gonna kill your daughter. He was just going crazy. So Slick was just telling him, yo, bro, you need to chill. Right now, you're not thinking straight. So, after B-Mackie clapped them cheeks from Kato, who pops up? Terry pops up. Terry comes in, he gave him a brick and 2 extra bricks to, you know, to make the crack for him. Terry could sense that something is not right because Kato ended up, you know, she ended up hiding because, of course, they're not supposed to be screwing around. That's not good for business. Ma came to make up with Monique, and she just was not having it. He told her basically, fuck off, I'm not dealing with you no more. And he's like, yo, what are you expecting to do? She was not letting him in, and he was getting tight. He ends up having a whole freaking temper tantrum, grabbing her from the door, like everything. It was a whole show that they had. He's calling her. She's going nuts. He finally gets the door to close. What happens? The daughter sees him through the window. So you know he fucked up there. So Terry gave bricks to everybody. They had like a little lecture. He gave everybody some bricks in the crew. It's a whole bunch of young dudes now. Lil Zane is in the series now. So he gave everybody, he set them up really nice with some bricks. And after that, he goes to his interview. He couldn't make the interview on time. He goes to the fair and he talks to the professor. Yeah, the guy was really nice. It was a nice guy. He was really nice. He tried to talk to him, ask him regular questions. Wasn't too pushy, wasn't too nothing. He didn't bite. He wasn't going hard. Terry's just like, he cannot connect the dots. He cannot put none together. He asked him about job experience. Terry couldn't tell him nothing about job experience. It was a difficult situation you had, and he's just thinking about drug things. He's thinking about when they had to dig up the body to bury Pat's associate, about the time that he dug up the grave for Pat's associate, thought about those things. He's just going crazy in his mind, and he ends up walking off an interview. Meech and Terry's father speaks to the mom, and he's just like, yo, like, even though Terry's selling drugs with Meech, like, he's still taking care of his kid and he's still going to school. Talked about sending him off to somewhere in the south, like, was gentle with him basically. It was like really just like coddling him. They actually thought about taking the $25,000 that was offered from the hospital, you know, because of course Terry was going blind, he's still in the hospital. They thought about taking it, so they actually meet up with the lawyer. The lawyer said, yo, the time is expired for that. Like, it's dead for that. Like, so the father was pissed. He put all the blame on her. She just said, you know what, fuck it, Jay. She took herself off the case. Like, you know what, I'll give you guys the termination papers later, but yeah, I'm off. I'm done with this. Meech got new workers, like young kids, young boys. So, you know, they on the corners, they about to sell the product and everything. So Kato leaves them. Lamar pops up and robs the little. So B Mackie, of course, he's really falling for this girl Kato. It's just like he wants to see a scene. He's asking her like, yo, what's really going on between me and you? Are we just fucking, or are we actually in a relationship? Like, what's going on? And she's just like, yo, we gotta get back to this conversation later. He just wanted to see her crib or whatever. Like, yo, I want to see your house. I never got to see your house. You always over here. So they go to the house later on, and B Mackie finds a letter. Doesn't show what the letter says yet. Of course, the whole family, they're under protection because of what's going on, because they know Lamar is under. So they have goons watching the house. Their sister brings over her boyfriend, and Terry just comes over and just goes like, yo, you cool, but you gotta go, get the hell out. She's just like, yo, what's going on? Like, why he has to leave for? It's just like, no, it's just like, this is not the time for that. And she was just like, she didn't understand why, you know, the family's being watched, protected. She really wasn't with the protection. It hits Slick in the head like, yo, I gotta leave. This Lamar is going really crazy. He's packing a bag, trying to get out, packing a gun and everything. So he hears Lamar singing in another room. He goes to another room. Lamar is just playing one of those games. One of those like games you stick a quarter in. Basically, he lost his daughter and he lost Monique. There's nothing that he could do. So Slick's just like, yo, you know, chill. Like, this is not the time for that. You're gonna get them back and make up with them at any time. Like, trying to, you know, tell him like, yo, relax. Slick goes back inside the room, tries to get the bag. He's going crazy trying to get this fucking bag. He even gets his gun. Lamar just stabs him with this sharp knife. Damn, not my Slick. Stabbed him like 2-3 more times. I was like, damn, this is nasty. There's blood everywhere. I was like, oh man, this is like crawling for his life. They took their time with this scene right here. Lamar's still singing. He sits down and watches. He didn't even watch him. He just zoned out singing while crawling, bleeding to death. So Meech meets with a new possible connect, and this guy is not really trying to work with Meech. They're saying that, you know, they're young. It's just like, they're basically young bulls in the game. So Ink, which is the connect, which is like, yo, basically calm down. You're a young bull in the game. It's just like, I'll give you a chance, but yo, make sure you humble yourself. So Terry and Meech's parents, they was waiting inside the room for Terry, and they come in and they're just like, yo, why the hell are you selling drugs? It's like, yo, like, we were poor, like, come on, like, with the money that we're making, we could cover 3 mortgage payments. We could cover 2 cars. Like, you know, basically saying it's like, yo, people gonna get high regardless. And then just looking at him like, yo, you ignorant, stupid motherfucker. So later on, so Terry, he meets up with the boys, the young boys, and said that they're not going by the 40 boys anymore, which is the name of the clique. They're not doing that no more. They just trying to come with another clique. Meech just pops up out of nowhere and just goes like, yo, let's call each other the family. So they liking the family, but the Black Mafia family is not there, because of course the show is entitled Black Mafia Family, basically BMF. B Mackie confronted Kato about the letter that he found, which the letter said, quick duck me, we need to talk. And she just had a whole story for this. Shout out to Kato. She had a whole freaking story where she basically was just like, no, it's an ex-boyfriend that's come to her about drug money. Basically convinced him that that's why she's been staying with him, and it's nothing too crazy, that he's a nut and not butt type of dude. But he drinks the freaking Kool-Aid. They end up making up, they end up kissing in the car. I was like, you sucker ass. So, the final scene in this scene right here, I can't lie guys, I watched it 3 times, brought tears to my eyes twice. So Meech's little sister and her boyfriend, they're walking home from school, so they decide they're gonna just skip, because of course, you know, the bodyguards and everything is watching the house to make sure nothing happens to them. Decided to go to the arcade. They go to get away from the bodyguards, and what happens? Who pulls up? You know who pulled up. Lamar pulls up and tries to kidnap the girl. He's grabbing her, so as they find it off, and shout out to Little Mans was fighting for his girl. Lamar stabs him with the same freaking knife. Oh, I'm getting chills just talking about it right now. Same knife in the gut that he stabbed Slick with. Even though he just got stabbed in the gut, he's basically dying. Girl gets away and holds onto Lamar's leg. Kid must be at least 10, 11 years old. I'm like, damn, bro. So Lamar just said, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta cut off your water supply. Stabs him again, kills the kid. I'm like, oh. So of course, a couple of people seen, and Lamar hauls That's when the girl comes back. I was surprised she came back. I'm surprised she wasn't gone. Like, they was really ride or die with each other. Like, she came back and was just like, yo, look, the thing that just got me was her telling him to open his eyes. I was like, oh man. Like, what do you do at that age? This is my favorite episode of this season. I give it 5 stars. They did a really, really good job on this. Comment down below if you've seen this episode. Comment down below what you think. So guys, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit the notification bells. Of course, you know I have a lot of videos coming for you guys. You guys have a great day. It's your boy G Marcus TV signing off.
Got it. That's a wrap.